The narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off.
Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. A high-caliber, high-noon showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The Buckeyes are never satisfied, even though this team went 12-2 last season, perfect in the Big Ten until the Big Ten championship loss to Indiana. Ryan Day knows the Buckeyes have something to prove. They have got to rebuild and reload after losing some top talent to the NFL. But they have got Jeremiah Smith, and he is the best player in the country. They can build around this superstar. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. State's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Ball State Cardinals offense will be first on the attack. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
And this matchup is going to be so much fun to watch because this defense, they're really, really good. And they like to take away what you do best. And a lot of times that means focusing on your number one guy. Palmer, here's a problem. There's two in this offense. So I can't wait to watch how they handle both of these guys that can make big plays and what answers they try to come up with.
I think that's the big question, right? Because it's really hard as a defense to double two guys. And I think if you're on offense here, you want to try and change the picture, change the formation and alignment, use motion, try and confuse this defense, or at least force them to communicate to get the matchups they want to get. I think there's opportunities in this offense today with these two big-time targets outside to make some plays, but they got to be versatile, and they got to try to be as multiple as they can.
Finds his man. It's Thompson. Across the 50-yard line. Pick up, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Cardinals come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. On the draw, it's Horton. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fires left side at Smith. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Runs through the tackle. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown Cardinals. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Well, that's the start you're looking for if you're David and you're trying to upset Goliath in a game that nobody gave you an opportunity to win. What a nice job offensively, just making good decisions, taking care of the football, and making the plays when they were available to be made. They march it down the field. They get on the scoreboard, David. And I think this crowd right now is shocked.
They are shocked, and it got a lot quieter. And here's the good thing. Now the confidence goes through the roof. Coaches talked about it. We got confidence. We can win. The players have to believe. And they talked about something good happening early. Not letting this crowd go bananas. That's how they drew it up. That is an excellent start for this squad.
The Buckeyes offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games, and we've done them for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat like this group up front on the offensive line.
He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Preseason rankings may not mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but the hype factor, man, off the charts when you start the season as the top dog.
Preseason #1 ranking, part of that because of the success last year, part of that because of the talent they have on the roster. But David, now you've got to go out and prove it. I know this team has been very hungry and very excited to finally do that today.
Yeah, and you're the #1 team, so you're getting a lot of pats on the back, and I think the coach is going to be like, all right, listen, let's go earn this. This team has done nothing. We haven't earned anything. Today starts that march where we get to earn something.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the draw, it's Jackson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Julian saying to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He's into the open down the middle. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always he's so excited because you don't see him very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Throwing, say it. Makes the catch, and he's free. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Around the corner, it's Jackson. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. 4th down, Sayin. It's complete on the right side. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Rides the back and leaves it. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Ball State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Here's Sayin to throw. With the catch, it's Johnson. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They want to run it left here. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Julian with the play fake. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the 1st quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the 2nd. That brings us to the close of the quarter, and Ball State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Hamilton. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. To the air on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Buckeye! The defense putting points on the board.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. We're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Nelson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on third down. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Cardinals sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Off play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's stopped short, and it's 4th down. Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Can they catch him? The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This offense has it with really good field position. Say it. Stepping to the right. Slings it downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Trying to run, it's Jackson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Zayn fires into the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Open on the left side, it's Smith. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to power their way ahead. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He's going for the big play. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Fires to the right. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Complete in the middle.
coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
He'll bring it out. It's Nelson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Plucks it out of the air. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know,
gets loose in the middle. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He breaks a tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Cardinals will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. Good gain there. Picks up the 1st down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Just enough time to get off 1 more snap. On the ground with the counter. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with the Texas State Bobcats taking on the number 17, the Texas Longhorns.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Crump. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Holly, what are you finding out about the latest on this injury?
Guys, I caught up with Ryan Day at the half. Their running back has sustained a lot of hits in that 1st half. He did a terrific job rushing for more than 50 yards. He has been so strong at the point of attack, but he is starting to absorb some blows. You can see it in his body, a lot of bruising, some abrasions. I'll keep you posted on how he continues to work through all of this contact. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. throwing. Say it. That's caught. It's Jackson. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. These receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the play the defense absolutely had to have. You know, going into halftime, you were down on the scoreboard. You just needed something really good to happen. And so right away, you get the interception, you create a turnover. That is huge. And it's critical now this offense is able to come on the field, take this thing down the field, score a touchdown, shorten this lead. You need complementary football right now.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Gets it to the back. Turning it on. Quick step and go. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Horton. Pulled down for the tackle.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got them right where they want. Got them in 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
On his way back from the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they...
There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's up to 81 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. Using his feet to buy time. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able...
Caught, and he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have...
Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
Here's Sayin to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Now facing a 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Trying to impose their will with the run. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Hamilton. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. On the run, it's Jackson. There's some room. Touchdown, Ohio State. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. Gashes the heart of the D. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Fast motion in the jet sweep. There's a crease. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Zayn on the play action. Bringing the heat. Going for it all. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Pulls it in. It's Hoover. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The running back has it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. And the Cardinals racing to the line in a hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Fakes to grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Just keep slinging it. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Trying to keep the drive up. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And this really puts it out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation. But now, with this turnover, this one's all but over.
Unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Under fire. The throw. He's got it. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Say it. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. The defense making a play to put an... exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more...
Snags it! Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 crash that has been worth every minute of it so far. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Buckeyes will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Play fake, say it. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And
a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies, and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, what I can see here on the ball. Sidelines. I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep.
He's going to throw deep right side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on this game. And he scores! Touchdown Cardinals! The Cardinals with a counterpunch.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the...
He's going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Say it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. It'll be third and long. Sayin from the gun on third down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get the